Thanks for joining our webinar. Now, when working with people for positive change, I always like to take a mind, body, and spirit approach. And here we're going to go over some subconscious blocks that may be getting in the way of your continued success. My name's Bill Farr, and I'm an author and founder of The Art of Unity. And I've been working with people for 20 years on accomplishing their goals and finding purpose in their life. And one of the things I've become obsessed with is solving a lack of motivation or procrastination in people, or better stated, what I would call declining motivation. And what I'm going to show you is the foundation for how you look at your goals and the environment that you're in that you can change prior to even starting your goals that can help you to achieve success much easier. Now, I've worked with CEOs that are looking to improve their business, or professional athletes, or artists that might feel blocked, as well as people that are just dealing with anxiety and depression or addictions, or just want to become a better parent or be in a better relationship. And what I've noticed is that there are similar things that are getting in the way of their continued success. And I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide on noticing your blocks and how to get over them and how you can use them in your favor. Now, there's a free PDF that comes with this, and I'm going to go to screen share so we can go over that together. So to jump right in, the first thing we're going to talk about is the frequency exposure principle. That is, if you see something often enough that you're going to think it's the best option for you or just okay. So look around to see what you're most frequently exposed to. Do you hang out with the type of people that embody what you want to become? List the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Are they in shape, trying to evolve, creating the things that you want to create, or have the great relationship that you're looking to improve in? Are they successful? Or are they overweight, complain a lot? Are they anxious and not looking to grow or evolve? Do they think you're crazy for trying to better yourself or lose weight or start the business or write the book or whatever it is that you're working on? If the latter, what actions can you take to be sure that you're the opposite of those despite your surroundings? Now, awareness is key here. This will stop you from looking for them for encouragement, advice, or approval. You'll also notice and stop yourself from jumping in the boat with them. That's avoiding connecting to their pathology. So if they're a habitual eater, then you won't go to dinner with them. Or if they're anxious, you don't connect or relate to them or think about how you could feel the same way they're feeling. If they're in a bad relationship, you don't get into the conversation with them about how men are all jerks or how women are all bitchy, or if they're complaining to you, you don't engage in it. So if they're going to stay in your life, then journal how you're going to disconnect from this behavior that you want to distance yourself from. Next, what groups can you join that will encourage what you want? As an example, when you join my forum or weekly group classes, you'll find yourself in a group of people that are trying to grow, thrive, and better themselves. This does 2 things. It puts you around people trying to better themselves and inspiring you to do the same, and it also gives you accountability to continue on that path. This leads us to the frequency illusion. This is when you decide what you're going to focus on and you see more of it. Now, this has 2 facets. We're going to focus on what's called selective attention. That means choosing what you want to focus on rather than your subconscious or your ego or what you've been trained or by your parents or your peers to focus on. So that means in the past, if you typically worry or find the negative or are thinking that you can't do something like have a great body or make more money or be in a great relationship, then you see all the evidence around you that tells that story. Instead, think of what you want. Then look for the things around you that are going to support this. That means the story of the person that lost weight and now works out and has a great body, or the great relationship that you want to emulate. This is deciding on purpose what you're going to focus your attention on and therefore bringing that into your life. This is going to offer you the power to turn your optimism in your life around. Imagine if you believe you couldn't accomplish your goals, what chance of success you'd have. It's like 0, right? Well, the opposite is true and actually a requirement for success. At first, it will require a conscious effort, sort of like making a commitment not to complain. You're going to find yourself doing what you've always done, even without realizing, but being consciously aware of it will change that within a couple of days, and it starts to become your new natural habit. These are a few of the exercises that we do in my peak performance seminar prior to goal setting. Then this leads us to getting in touch with your goals. Goals tell who you are and what's important to you, and it offers meaning to your life. What I'd like to do is show how these relate to your contribution and your gifts to the world and your commitment to offer them. If you don't know where to start, imagine if you were to have the greatest year of your life. What 3 things could you achieve in this year from now that would help to make this just an amazing year? And this could be done for different categories as well. That could be your family life, or your career and finance, or your personal growth, or your health and body weight as an example. So if you want to write those down quick, what will your body look like? Or what do you want to improve in your relationship? Or is there a hobby that you want to start, or possibly a business? When I was a competitive fighter, the monks that were teaching me meditation told me just to do visualization meditations, which seemed like a hassle at the time when I was running a business and didn't have a lot of time. But looking back, I realized it actually gave me more time in cutting down on what didn't work and avoiding a lot of mistakes. This is because playing it out in my mind, I was able to see a clearer path to my goal and how I would get to it. So in a way, it skipped a lot of the trial and error and helped me to get right to what I wanted. So having a clear goal is essential for this as part of the process, and that goes for all of the categories. And it's important to write them down. Only 10% of people do this, and it's been proven to increase your likelihood of achieving success by 9 times. Now, as far as the goals, there are a number of techniques that we talk about in my peak performance seminar. But to really start to confirm that this is a real achievable goal and allow you to get it, you need to know 3 things. And those are your what, your why, and your what is necessary. These are 3 techniques. The first is the what. As an example of the what, saying that you want to be in a relationship is vague. So writing down all the details of who you want to be in a relationship with will really confirm your vision. And I want you to describe this person in total detail, including their looks, their personality, their job, their income, temperament, habits, family associations, where they live, their values, their interests, their hobbies, and anything else that's important to you. It's the same with saying you want to make money. What are the details of that? Is it $5,000 a month, $1,500 a week, or do you want to set up a $50,000 a month business and have the idea that can take you to get that? Next is the why. So for the why, knowing why you want your goal is really important to motivate you. This is declaring, for example, that you want to wear that sexy black dress to your high school reunion, because that's a much better motivator than just saying you want to lose some weight. So know and journal why you want the money, or to lose the weight, or to improve your relationship. This will help to keep you motivated when it might not be going as smoothly as you were hoping, or your motivation starts to decline. Next is what is necessary for me to get there. Now this has 2 parts. That is, what is necessary to get my goals on a weekly, daily, and hourly basis, and what is necessary to eliminate in order to accomplish this. What is the first step to meet your goal? Now most people don't have a plan to get from their A to B, and they wonder why they don't get to Z to accomplish their goal. So these are the little steps in the process. So once you have a goal, let's say it is to lose weight, I'd like you to put a time on it. So let's say it's 20 pounds in 2 months. So that's 2.5 pounds a week. So what do I need to do this week in order to lose that? And what do I need to do today in order to reach my weekly goal? $10,000 a month means $2,500 a week as well. So what do I need to do to reach that goal today, tomorrow, and the rest of the week? Then you could break it down to what do I need to do this hour and the rest of your working hours. Now after you've done those, what we're going to do is look at how comfortable you are in the familiar or in mediocrity. What will you say your level of commitment to making a change has been in the past? So if someone has just gone through a horrible breakup and their ex is now with someone who looks like they have the ideal body to them or the ideal job or lifestyle, then often they become totally committed to change. And you have to ask yourself, is it this type of negative circumstance required that motivates or inspires you to make those changes? Unfortunately, this is true for most people, but we're working on going to work to a change now and moving forward from these negative circumstances, which is a much happier way to do it. Now, unfortunately, this is true for most people, that they need this type of negative motivation to change and move forward. But doing it the other way is where we want to be and what we're working on now, which is a much happier way to do it. So what is your level of commitment to make a change now? This is key to getting a different result than you've had in the past. Now, going forward in my seminars, we talk about how to choose a goal that you can get and still make it big enough that it will be a challenge for you. There's a real balance here between the two, and it's a deciding factor in what makes us feel purpose in our lives. There are also a few subconscious blocks that we go over as to why so many people quit halfway through the goal, and with simple conscious changes, that won't get in your way anymore. Now, once you have the goal, then imagine 3 habits that you can take on that will help bring success to your goal. It's important to know that your habits are what decide the quality of your life. So if you want to lose weight, those habits could be stretching every day, or doing 50 push-ups throughout your day, or eating only from the window of 12 noon to 8 p.m. A great habit for relationship goals is to let your partner know how you appreciate them every day. In the book Checklist, the author talks about how implementing checklists saves lives, it makes people more money, and creates the life that you want. So, for example, implementing this as a currency trader eliminates mistakes and makes them more money. In hospitals, many wrong surgeries have been avoided this way, and the rate of plane crashes has gone down since mandatory checklists has been put in place for pilots. So creating your daily checklist could change everything for you as well. So with your goal in mind, what could be your checklist to accomplish your goals? My daily checklist includes meditation, exercise, stretching, eating particular foods, taking herbs, things that I want to say to my girlfriend to continue the foundation of the love we've created, and other positive habits as well. Now, you could find your list by making a list of how you've had your perfect day in the past. What does your perfect day look like? Don't leave this to chance. When you've had or felt like you've had the perfect day in the past, what did your rituals, your behaviors, and your habits look like? So in your journal, write down, for my perfect day, I need to have this. And you might not know right away, so the next time you have a really great day, think about all of the things that you did that created that feeling for you. Now maybe this isn't new for you, but often at this point people go to their escape or their subconscious programming and say that they don't have time. In my Efficiency 2.0 Peak Performance Seminar, we work on all of those things. I show people where they have subconscious blocks and show them how to make a schedule that works for everyone. This allows you to crush your weight loss goals, start the business, write the book, or have more time for your family or your relationship, and also take on the passion project that you've been thinking about for a while. And that might be painting or cooking or taking a martial arts or dance class, or just getting your work done and having a feeling like you've completed something that day and don't have to worry about it. So if you've ever wondered how a CEO does it, I show you in this seminar, and that's based on talking to many CEO clients that I've had, as well as mind mapping over 100 books that are on the topic, so I'll save you a lot of time on that. Now, I've done this because I've always been the most resistant to making a schedule, and I knew that was costing me time and money, and now that I do, all that's changed, and I couldn't even go back at this point. This is particularly organizing distractions and breaking down each of the areas of your life that you want to optimize so that you can have success at them all at once. So for example, if your relationship is not working, it's usually okay in some areas. What we do is find where there's stagnation. So that might be in communication and understanding, while your love, respect, affection, and compatibility is working fine, for example. If your business is not doing well, we can pinpoint if it's an advertising problem or a management and employee problem or customer service. And so what we do is break down each part of your life like this and identify an issue that is breaking down the whole system. And it's the same with your spiritual fulfillment. And this includes setting up the perfect conditions for you to have success, which is easy to do once you have a goal in place. And that includes a plan as well as having an understanding of your self-fulfilling prophecy that gets in the way. And I show you how to find that in the seminar as well. And that leads us to the next thing that we're going to talk about, which is your self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, this is your point of view or judgment that creates the reality that you live in. Everything that you believe to be true, you're constantly proving to yourself. Self-fulfilling prophecies are predictions that cause themselves to become true. It's based on a strongly held belief declared as truth, such as that you're not smart enough to get something that you want in life. So if I said to you, here's the method for the perfect life, and I showed you how I've brought it to other people, what comes up in your mind immediately to say that it can't be true? Now this goes deeper than your simple skepticism. Why would other people be able to achieve this and not you? And that includes people that has a worse category, such as a relationship or finances or something else like that, have something worse than you and be able to achieve something greater if they followed a plan. Why can't you? Why do you feel like you could not have the job that you want, or the relationship that you want, or the family life, or the house, or whatever it may be that you're looking for that you've seen other people achieve? This will help you to find your self-fulfilling prophecy. When you find the answer to this, you'll know yours. That could be something for you to think about and see what comes up for you throughout the day. Another important thing to notice here is your escape. These are the convenient distractions that you use to prevent yourself from doing what you think may be your greater purpose or path. This is a distraction that will build to an excuse as to why you can't have the life that you wish you could. It may be overwhelming, such as wanting to be too far ahead. And an example of this is that you want to write the book, but you don't have it all completed in your head, so you don't start the first 10 pages. Now, this could be anything like social media or other ways that you pretend to yourself that you're doing something productive, like playing video games or something like that, or even taking care of the person that may be abusive in your life. To find yours, be aware of your time. You could even make a schedule as to how you think your time is spent during the day, and then make an hour-by-hour journal of how it's actually spent. This often shows people how many escapes they have and is an immediate efficiency builder. This can be likened to an obese person wondering why they can't lose weight until they make a food diary. It shows them specifically what they've been blocking out. Other things we cover are how to avoid decision fatigue and identifying your decision-making type. And next is whether or not you're able to make a change. This is how to rate your capacity to change on a mind, body, and spirit level. This is important because any one of those things can hold back everything in your life. So if you're in poor health, your mind won't be operating at full capacity, and your spiritual fulfillment won't even be something that's on the table. And the opposite is true. If you don't have any fulfillment in your life, then your health and your ability to focus will also suffer. Each one of these can cause a vicious cycle that can put anyone in a very unhappy place where their goals won't even be an option to work on. I also go over how to perform your best in a presentation or a performance. Now, there are points here that everyone can benefit from in every part of their life in the 3 or 4 weeks of lessons. Now, if you feel like this is something that you could benefit from, but it's too expensive for you, I'm going to give you a limited time special offer in the link below. If you were to come and see me at the Holistic Wellness Center, New York, as an example of one of the places that I teach, it's $250 an hour, and I couldn't possibly go over the many things that I go over in one session that I do in the 3 or 4 weeks here. And I'm going to give you the entire seminar for less than the cost of one session. The Efficiency 2.0 Peak Performance Seminar breaks down to less than 30 minutes a day of lessons, and you're going to get audio files, video files, exercise questions, checklists, and so many more things for you to do work on. And when you do the work, nobody fails in my group. And I even guarantee that in my bigger seminars. Now, it even comes with a diet plan and guided meditations for you as well. If I could give you one thing to walk away with in closing, I would say to move to gratitude in every part of your life for everything that you have. I recently saw an interview with Bill Gates and Warren Buffett where they were talking about how the average person has more opportunities and a better life than John D. Rockefeller did in his lifetime, and that was just one lifetime ago. Gratitude can bring your frequency illusion to the place that can help you to accomplish everything that you want in your life. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and I hope you try the seminar so that you can start to get the foundation for that life that you want. Good luck with this.